Right. Hello everybody, what it do? It's your boy Six Paths, back with another RWBY video. Sorry if this one doesn't sound as great, I blew my voice out screaming. I'm recording a cover of Come Alive from ZZZ, which is something you guys can look forward to. However, for now, with the hype for Volume 10 still riding high, I'm really looking forward to it. But before we start looking forward, I want to take a look back, not just at a character, but at history and a myth. But with the recent resurgence of RWBY that I've been seeing on X, which I've got an account again, by the way, go follow me there, I feel like I should say this video does contain spoilers for RWBY Volume 3. If you haven't seen it, please do not watch this video and rob yourself of the experience of Pyrrha's arc. Please go and watch that first. Because in a show like RWBY, where even the smallest name means something, there's one that carries the weight of history, tragedy, and fire itself. And that name is Pyrrha Nikos.
Nice to meet you.
She's one of those characters who still lingers long after she's gone. And it's not just because of what happened at Beacon. It's how she was written, and what her name meant long before RWBY ever existed. So today, we're going to talk about Pyrrha, her historical counterpart Pyrrhus of Epirus, her mythic echo in Achilles, and the irony of the woman who killed her, Cinder. Yeah, this one's probably going to hurt, gang. I'd probably recommend getting some tissues. Pyrrha. In Greek, it literally means flame-haired, or the red one. The same root, Pyrrhus, was used by the Greek to describe people with fiery hair or a ruddy complexion. So, gingers, basically. It's also the name that the famed Achilles himself once took in later Greek myths, when his mother tried to hide him from the Trojan War. He disguised himself as a woman on the island of Skyros, calling himself Pyrrha, the red-haired girl. That version, of course, comes to us from writers like Statius in the Achilles and the lost epic Cypria. And Nikos? That comes from Nike, meaning victory. You see it in a lot of other Greek names too, like Nikolaos, Nikophoros, which literally means bearer of victory, which means if you put Pyrrha's name together, you get the flame of victory. It's beautiful, it's poetic, but given what we know about the character, it becomes tragic as all hell. Because victory, as Pyrrha learns herself, can come at the highest possible cost. Her historical mirror, Pyrrhus of Epirus, carried that same name, Pyrrhus, the Red One. He was one of the greatest generals of the ancient world, admired even by his enemies, which of course includes Rome.
Bloody Romans.
He won nearly every battle he ever fought, and lost everything in doing so. Pyrrha Nikos.
Hello again.
The Invincible Girl. Champion, idol, poster child, and Pumpkin Pete's best girl.
Yeah, sadly the cereal isn't very good for you.
Flawless, untouchable, but alone.
It's like because she's perfect, she's so isolated.
Pyrrhus of Epirus knew that isolation too. The historian Plutarch called him a brilliant commander, one of the finest of his age. The, quote, eagle of the battlefield, end quote. Yeah. But every triumph cost him dearly. At Heraclea and Asculum, he defeated the Romans, but lost so many soldiers that victory began to look a lot like defeat. And Achilles, the greatest warrior of them all, was so consumed by his legend that he forgot how to live beyond it. 3 warriors, 3 flames, each burning at their brightest right before the end. Now here's where things get a little poetic. Achilles, or so the story goes, was killed by an arrow to his heel, his only weakness. That version doesn't appear in Homer's Iliad, by the way. It comes from later poets like Statius and Apollodorus. But Pyrrha? It wasn't her heel that doomed her. It was her heart. Not the weapon that pierced her, Cinder's arrow, but the reason she stood there in the first place. Love, compassion, and duty. The need to do something, even when she knew it would kill her. That's Pyrrha's Achilles' heel. Not a tendon, but her empathy. She didn't die for glory. She died because she cared. And that's the kind of wound no armour can protect. After the Battle of Asculum in 279 BCE, Pyrrhus supposedly said, and I'm quoting Plutarch here, "If we are victorious in one more battle with the Romans, we should be utterly ruined." That's where the phrase Pyrrhic victory comes from, for you Total War players. Beacon's fall was RWBY's Asculum. Pyrrha's sacrifice saved the few, her friends included. But in a way, it doomed the many. Her death was a Pyrrhic victory in every sense. She stopped Cinder for a time, even if only for a heartbeat. She brought the world one more sunrise. But the cost of that was the flame that kept it warm. And then there's Cinder. Her name says it all. Cinder. What's left after fire burns too long. She's Pyrrhus without foresight, Achilles without restraint, the mirror image of every ambition gone unchecked. When she kills Pyrrha, she gets exactly what she wants. The maiden's power, the spotlight, the victory. And from that moment on, her downfall begins. Her win, quote unquote, scarred her, body and soul. It's heavily implied that RWBY ripped her to pieces when she got hold of her, essentially. Beacon lies in ruins. Salem's leashed titans. Her ambition devours her from within. Pyrrha's death was noble, and Cinder's victory was hollow. Together, they're the two sides of Pyrrhus' warning, that ambition without wisdom destroys even the mighty. Pyrrha, Pyrrhus, Achilles, Cinder. 4 names, all tied by the same element. Fire. Each one burned for greatness, and each one paid for it. But only one transcended the curse of her name. Because she didn't fight for conquest, or revenge, or glory really, in a way she kinda did. But mostly she fought for what she believed was right. She fought for the people. She fought with her heart exposed. Quite literally and metaphorically. And that's what makes her legend eternal. Pyrrha Nikos was never meant to win. Not because she wasn't strong enough, but because she was too human. Like Pyrrhus, she showed us the price of victory. Like Achilles, she showed us the beauty of mortality. And like fire itself, she left warmth even after she was gone. So, when you think about her, don't just remember the fall of Beacon. Don't remember her final moments during the fight with Cinder, as cool as they are. Remember the girl who smiled, who mentored Jean, who believed, the one who chose to stand when she could have fled. Because the truth of Pyrrha Nikos isn't that she died a hero. It's that she lived like one. Every step of the way. Sometimes flames burn out and are reduced to a cinder. And sometimes a flame is used to light a torch in the dark, becoming the beacon that leads the way. Thanks for watching.
I know this can be frustrating. And it can feel like so much effort to progress such a small amount. But I want you to know that I'm proud of you